What's up, and welcome back to Cleats to Whistle podcast. I am Brad Valdez. We are here back at Atherton. I just put on Twitter, man, we're finishing the trilogy, man.
Yes,
I had Coach White on. I had Bryson on. Now I got the defensive coordinator here.
Yes, sir.
Man, I appreciate you coming on, man.
I appreciate you for having me, boss man.
Yeah, man. So this is what we're gonna do. Just introduce yourself and tell everybody your role on the staff here.
Well, appreciate y'all for tuning in and everything. My name is Kasaun, co-defensive coordinator, safeties DB coach at Atherton High School. Been here 4 years, so just nice, good place to build, nice, good place to have. Not from Kentucky, from Alabama, came up here to play college ball, so I've had to find somewhere to coach, get a good little swag, keep the football going, and so Atherton was the home.
Okay, so where'd you go to college at?
I did 4 years at Union College, Barberville, Kentucky. Started as a freshman there. Just played my football career there. We got a couple wins. Union didn't have the most successful program, but it was still an experience.
Yeah, there you go. Just you had a little brotherhood going, and you got some cats don't get to play college ball.
No, it's a love. It's get to play at a higher level. Got to continue 4 more years of playing the game I love. I couldn't take it back. I don't regret anything about it.
There you go. And you said you're not from Kentucky.
No, sir. From Dothan, Alabama. Shout out to the 334. You know what I'm saying? All love. Played it. We all know Alabama. It's football.
Hey, football heaven, man.
So I just came up. Played Alabama football, just try to bring a little bit here to Kentucky.
There you go. Did you guys win any state champions while you were down in Alabama?
Oh no, sir. We made it to the playoffs, but we didn't make any runs or anything like that. Deep runs in the playoff. Some good teams out there. Shout out to them. But it still was a great experience. I played under some high level high school coaches down there. Kelvis White, Coach Sullivan, Coach Jackson. So some high level guys, and they pushed me up to where I'm at now.
Well, you know what I mean? We all have those guys that brung us up, man. Are those some of your mentors, or shout out whoever you want to shout out, man?
Yeah, well, first shout out to my mama, love you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna tune in and watch it.
You guys, mama always shows love, man.
Yes, sir. Probably say that one of my biggest mentors is Coach Jackson. That's my Kevin Jackson. That was my DB coach. He actually played at Alabama, so I got high level coaching. He helped break down the game into a different level. That's what I think probably pushed me more into coaching, because I got to see a game from a different aspect. Why coaches call certain plays, what situations, things like that.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yes,
hey, man, you know what I mean? You got to shout out those guys, because everybody's got a pass, man. And they just made you who you are today.
Yep. I really appreciate everything they did. I even applied for a head coach job. I didn't get it, but I made it to the second round of interviews, and I reached out to them coaches, and I was like, hey, what can you coach me up on some more?
Hey, that's what it is, man.
Yes,
I mean, you can, you know what I mean? I'm from Michigan, and the guys that I've coached under, they're Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
I was El Romano. He was a great guy.
Yeah.
He's a Hall of Famer in Michigan. He coached me. I know if I reached out, he'd be like, "Yeah, man, do this, do that."
Yes, sir. Yes,
Phil
sir.
Jacobs, I coached under him. He's a Hall. He's still coaching, man, but he's still grinding. Still, and it's crazy. Michigan football is just like Alabama.
Yeah, it's football up there.
It's football. It's a football state, man.
Oh yeah, hey, and they all played in the cold, so I give y'all props.
Yeah, it's freezing up there, man.
Yes, sir.
It's freezing. So when you were in Alabama, did you play Little League ball?
Yeah, I played Little League ball. I played football since I can remember. Honestly, it was really one of the only sports I clicked at, and it really felt effortless. So I played a lot. Played Little League, played middle school, high school, all the way up to college. Yes, sir.
Oh, there we go. Mm-hmm. There we go. And did you wear a certain number, man? And did it have a meaning?
Number I used to love was number 3, and it was kind of just shout out Vinny Ciceri. That was my favorite safety at Alabama. Then when I got to college, my favorite player all time in football, Ed Reed, wore number 20, so I had to wear number 20 for him.
There we go. I love it, man. What your favorite memory, man, from playing football? Well, you're playing football, and if you got one coaching, man,
coaching too, yeah,
do that one too.
I'll probably say my favorite memories. And my Alabama guys know this. My Dothan High guys know this. We had a camp team bonding camp called Camp Kolamoki. It was 3 days in the woods, like no cell phone service, no anything. So it was just the good times, the stuff you can't really talk about, but you know what I'm saying. We had a great time, and I just remember those memories, and that's probably one of my fondest of playing football. Not necessarily something on the field, but it's just building that brotherhood and everything around.
Yeah,
it.
and then go ahead. What's your favorite moment coaching?
I'd probably say my favorite moment coaching was when I got to. It was last year. I finally got to call plays. It was fully on me. Everything was on me, and we shut out Southern that year, and I was no disrespect to anybody, but it was just something I was proudful of myself. And I was like, okay, the preparation things that I take my time and effort and put into it, I got to see the fruits of my labor, so I'm happy about it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yes,
It's first time, and you said you've been here 4 years, so that coach was just like, hey, man, it's time for you to step up.
So when I got here, it was COVID 2020, fresh, world shut down. I needed something to do. So I just reached out, sent emails and things like that to a lot of schools around here because Atherton was pretty much on the same level as every school to me because I didn't know who was who. Coach Dino reached back to me, and you know his saying, if you know a guy when you see one. And so he kept me, and I kept asking for more stuff. Coach, I want to do this. Coach, I want to do that. Coach, I want to do this. And then so eventually he filled my plate up, and so
man, I love that, man. You know what I mean? And it's him, trusting his guys. You know what I mean? You guys got a hell of a staff here, man. And you know, I was here for the DOS game, and I seen him come up to you. You know what I mean? And it was funny, man, because I was like, oh, here he comes. And I was standing right here. He comes up to you, and he's walking down, and he turns his back to the field, and he just looks right at you and was like, what's going on, man?
Yeah, definitely. It's fun. It's the accountability that he holds. He knows how good the defense can be. He knows how good this defense is. So he's like, hey, these guys shouldn't get anything. And he's going to come and let you know it if you're not on the right page. And you're going to have one choice, get on the right page. But I love Coach White. Everything he's instilled in me, he's given me my opportunity to coach. He's given me my opportunity to go to the next level and everything like that with the coaching. So it's a good little staff that we got here.
Yeah, so with that, man, what's your time frame of you wanting to maybe be a head coach somewhere?
It's just whenever the right opportunity knocks on the door. You know what I'm saying? Like me and Coach White talked about it since I was like, I want to be a head coach. He was like, I'm going to show you what a head coach got to do. And so once he did that, I realized it's a lot more to learn. A lot more operations. It's not just X's and O's. And whenever I feel like the opportunity is right, I'll definitely take that step.
Love it, man. I love it when you know what I mean. I love it when guys get opportunities. You know what I mean. They take their lumps. Yeah. You know what I mean. They get coached up, man. And I'm excited for you, man.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And what made you want to get into coaching though?
Like I said, big shout out to my coaches back home in Alabama. Just seeing a good program being ran. And then no knock on any schools, but Union not being the most successful program.
Right.
It was like, okay, I think I could do a little bit better. I think I could, like I said, no knock to anybody. I think I could produce something on the field that is going to show I know what I'm talking about a little bit. And we all know it's all come down to the players. They got to play their thing, and I think we got a good group of guys that make it look like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, they make it right.
Yeah,
they make the defense right, and that's phenomenal. So let's talk about them a little bit, man. Give an update on your defense, man. But before I do that, man, I want to say congratulations on your district champion, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. First one in school history. I told my couple of my new coaches that were coming in this year, I was like, I'm 0-2 in district games. Said I can't go 0-3. I said we got to make sure we chip this one. We got to make sure we make a statement and win something from the Big A.
Yes, man. And now let's get into that special group, man, because you got Bain.
Yeah.
Okay. You got Hashi.
Yes, sir.
You got Sincere.
Yes, sir.
You got some dudes, man.
Yeah, we got some dogs. Big shout out to 9. Big shout out to 2. Big shout out, honestly, the whole group. Great group of guys. Hashi, number 9, he started 9th grade year. I was the linebackers coach then, and he had no choice but to be good. He had no choice but to be good. I coached him up. I'm gonna miss him. Good senior guy. He probably knows the defense a little bit better than I do. He's clapping his hands at me if I'm slow getting in plays. Like he's that type of guy. He's a very good leader. And then we got 2. Y'all have seen it. You've seen it. We all have seen it too. He's just a playmaker. That's what he does. He's a ball player. Big shout out to him. He commands that back end from corner, safety, wherever we need him. And that's the type of guy. When I told him during the springs and summer, I was like, I'm not going to coach y'all to be a safety. I'm not going to coach y'all to be a corner. You guys are going to be DBs. So if you get a chance to go to the next level and coach say, hey, go play this, hey, go play that, you can play wherever and you're comfortable there.
Yeah, and then they got to fill that. They got to fill the alley, man.
Yeah, they got to come down, make some tackles. That's the thing at safety.
That's the thing, man. And I've been pretty impressed. I've caught, I think, 2 games, and they're just impressive. You know what I mean? But is there, we mentioned those guys, right? Okay, is there anybody else, man, on that you want to just shout out and then stepping up to like to be leaders of that?
Big shout out to number 6, number 24. Parker, number 4, Jeremiah Parker. That's a hell of a guy right there. He's a dog. Like he's a sideline to sideline backer. He can play pretty much wherever you want him to play. He keeps his head on straight, gets his grades and everything where they need to be, keep them where they need to be. That could be a future D1 guy right there. I see the talent in him. Big shout out to James Briscoe and Jason Briscoe, 6 and 5, 2 good guys on the back end. Number 6, he's probably one of our best DBs as far as going anywhere, playing anywhere, and being solid. Shout out to number 5 too, making some tackles, things like that, covering. And big shout out to number 24, Sean Baines. That's the Q Baines' little brother. Sean Baines, he's a dog back there too. Long, lanky kid. That's a nice safety to have back there. He saves you a lot of plays. He said, like the Fairytale game Friday. He saved. We kind of blew a coverage back there, but he came out of nowhere, made the pick, and took it back for a good little gain. So he's a guy that he'll save your leg a couple times.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So this is very exciting, man. So, we are going live tomorrow at Shelby County. So all these guys that Coach is talking about, man, if you are there at the game, make sure you lock in and watch these guys, man. The future is bright here with these guys, man. They got young core coming up. Yes, so, man, it's just exciting. We just got a few more questions, man. We'll get you out of here, dude.
No problem.
Okay, And you guys as a staff, man, you know what I mean? Like when I messed up and I set up there. Man, they got MLS soccer teams up there, man. They got like 3,000 kids up there, and I was just like, man. And I tried to come down here, and it was locked. And I was like, man, I don't know what I should do.
Yes, sir.
I lost my phone up there, dude, because I switched 3 different times. I had to move because of the soccer.
Yeah, when you told me you lost your phone, I was like, man, do I need to go help him find it or something like?
No, man, I was so mad. I was like, and so that's why the miscommunication happened. Because Nino drove through, and he's like, hey, where you been? I was like, I was set up here, man. He goes, the gate was locked. It was just a mess.
All over the place.
It was a mess. But let's get into the staff, man. Like I just led to this. You guys have got a phenomenal group, man. And I keep saying, I told it to Bryson, I told it to White. You know what I mean? You guys just feel like you guys are, you got that brotherhood going around here.
Yeah, definitely. Big shout out to my co-coordinator, Jerry Long. He works more in the box. He came over from Fairdale last year, so when White told me, I was like, man, nah. But I'm just joking, Jerry. But he's a great guy. I've learned some stuff from him. You know what I'm saying? He helps produce and makes the defense what it is too. Big shout out to our DB coach Dom. He came over from WKU, fresh out of college. He's a guy that he teaches them something at the level that I didn't get at Union, and we all know it's levels to the game. And shout out to Dom on teaching the guys something, teaching me something. I'm always open to learn. That's one big thing about me. That's why I think that it's taken me pretty far in my life. So if I feed off of them, they feed off of me. We have a good brotherhood. We're going to dap each other up, and we're going to hold each other accountable.
Man, that's good stuff, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Now, outside of football, man, you got to have that release. You know what I mean? You've been coaching for how long, though?
4 years.
4 years?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you're just fresh out to college, man.
Yeah,
Damn, all right, guys. So you're good.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I mean? As a player, you have stress. As a coach now, you're starting to pick up that, you know what I mean, starting to get a little bit of stress. But do you got, you know what I mean, like hobbies, outside of football that you know what I mean, just to get away?
So little bit when that might throw a couple people for a loop. If you don't really know me, I'm a big mixed martial arts fan. Love the UFC, love the PFL. I just recently in April started doing jiu-jitsu. Big shout out to my guy Billy at Evolve Training, Jeffersonville. I'm gonna plug in right there. But
hey, there it is.
Yes, sir. But shout out to him. I recently got my white belt with 1 stripe on it, so I'm still learning. It's wins or lessons, and I've learned a lot of lessons. But I love doing jiu-jitsu. it's another discipline to learn. It kind of makes me get in football because when the guy's choking you out, you got to learn how to get out of it. And so when life gives you a tough situation, you got to learn how to get out of it. That's something that helps and gets my stress and everything taken down and things like that.
Man.
Yep.
Good stuff, Coach. Good, really good stuff, man. Good content here. Got one question, and this is the final one.
No problem.
Okay. You guys been checking, you know what I mean, goals off.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? You got district champ. You guys, you know what I mean, almost should have went undefeated.
Yeah.
But we still got one more game tomorrow night to have a regular season, right?
Yes, sir.
But is there any other goal that you know what I mean, you guys want to achieve?
And I'm going to not hit the cliche button with coaching. Obviously the goal is to win a championship. Go as far as you can, win the championship, have that ring, get to play at it's at UK Stadium, correct?
Yeah, Kroger Field,
Get to play at UK Stadium. I'd probably say one of my biggest goals is I just want to get as many guys to the next level as possible to continue to play the game that they love and to be able to get an education. Kind of how it was for me. If I would have never left Alabama, I would have still been in the state. Nothing wrong with that, but it's just a different eyes that the kids can see. Like, oh shoot, coach is from Alabama. He's up here in Kentucky. He's doing his thing. Maybe I can go Tennessee. Maybe I can go somewhere else where I can make my life like that. And that's just one of my biggest goals is trying to get these guys to the next level.
Get out the city, man.
Get out the city.
That's what's up, man. Very, very great podcast, man. Great content. I appreciate you coming on.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you for having me.
Man, like I always say, everybody has a story.
Yes, sir.
No, everyone has a story.
Yes, sir.
I'm here for them to tell it. Cleats to Whistle Podcast.